sides, starting for the finer things, giving the Bahamas pride. Dances with the sharks and apes may get your city wrong deprived. If not handled properly, set it off, let the bomb decide. Whether it's your time, so peep apparatus, whose app's the baddest, acting savage, extracted status, through everlasting habits of manifestations, proceed to get it intact and have it. Savor is just like a bodacious babe, and I ask the fattest. Thoughts who wanna tour the world, go and let the mind sing. Haters give MLs be something like Nolan Ryan's ring, testing the inner flame like you claiming you what design bring. Let's see how this thing gon' go like the remix of The Lion King. Go ahead and elevate the tune, elevate the soon. And to hell with hate, presume and celebrate the moon and take the room of manifestation that gon' display the stars of getting it. Like Washington Avenue, I'm gonna stay with bars. Yeah. Kelly's up next.
Hey guys, it's been a few years, so forgive me.
Time flies. It has been that long.
Yeah, since before I was pregnant with my daughter. Yeah, she's 2 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. So, it being winter and solstice having passed, this is like the dark half of the year where a lot of times we go into ourselves and there's a lot of reflection. So I thought this one was appropriate. Let me for a moment take you into the shadow without a light, though the night is dark and full of terrors. This darkness, you need not be afraid, for it's in your blood and your skin and your eyes. Again I say, do not be afraid. You know your shadow, and it begs and it aches to be noticed and acknowledged, to be thanked for the fight, for the mistakes, for the breaking of the cage. Why is it that the light gets all the praise? Why does the light get all the attention? Let me for a moment acquaint you with your darkness. And this is where we found rest. We cannot dance in the light all the time. We would never dream. So let me for a moment bid you touch the soft sweetness of the veil into the darkness. Befriend the villain, for they are often misunderstood. And there is a method to this madness. Don't misunderstand. Don't break the balance. You need the light as you need the dark. But don't you see? You are a graceful thing. A broken wing, a winged flower in ivory tower, splattered with onyx, tattered linen, fine as silk. Blue jay feathers, a bit of stormy weather. The song in the heart and the lonely in its ache. You are all of that and more. Say that. I am all that I am. Good and bad, dark and light, matted sepia. And your heart, it cries. Your spirit, it cries. Love me, all of me. Do not judge or begrudge or cast me aside. Imperfect perfection, tawny delirium. And at the end of the day, and the dawn is in its wake, the spirit, the source, that will never change. Because it is in you, balanced in two. And you cannot have one without the other. I feel like most women will understand this one. I want it all. To be a saintly sinner.
There's a lot of us.
To be a saintly sinner and yet an enlightened everyday Joe. I want attention. I want solitude. I want to be saved, and I want to come to your rescue. I want to be the only love you've ever had, and I want to be your one-night stand. I want to live without you, and I want to die beside you. I want to have you in my bed, but I don't want you to take up space in my head. I want you to love me with fierce commitment. I want to love you with absolute certainty. So how does this work with opposing wantly words? I don't know. I really can't say. I want night and day. I want freedom and loyalty. I want everything greedy and confusing. Why? Because I'm a woman. Don't fucking question me. My mind has two sides and sometimes more.
Yeah.
One second, I flipped my pages. So I've gone through a lot this year. Family members have passed away. I found my biological father and my brothers and my sister. So there's no
Same thing that I went through.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Life It keeps me ever busy. So much movement leaves me dizzy. Yet in stillness I am fidgety like a fiend in need of caffeine. Never idle, hands full, and this is the way I sometimes thrive. But this is also the way I die. Life turns and everything changes just like that in a snap, from cold and cruel to welcoming you just like that, night and day, as if it was always this way. Heedless yet full of heed, needless to necessary, of blood and bone, a story not just my own, a journey home. And so many have died, and yet so few. I am of an age where my elders dared to cross the threshold, to pierce the veil. And yet in death we all have a name. Is it a new name? One that will travel to their new body? Or will it remain same but different? My father, a Virgo like me. My siblings, musical like me. Similarities, genetically charming. But wait, I have a sister? Do you know what this means? I have two brothers? Can it be? I have a father who has finally accepted me? Not begrudgingly or angrily, but openly, emotionally, and welcoming. For real this time. Guys, for fucking real this time. It happened.
Yeah.
Okay, then I got one last one, and I'll leave you to it.
Next. Blackness.
Black Friday deals, Black Friday steals. I do not partake. Where is Green Friday and fried green tomatoes? Where is Blue Friday and staring at the sky? Or what about Gray Friday and conversations with the winds? Ah, people, you missed the fucking point. It's a mix of mystery of all the colors. There are so many perspectives to experience without spending any money. Without being a part of the machine, I've never been keen on Black Friday and its massacres of retail. Let us slit our wallets and pray. Hopefully the folks will not go bankrupt this day. I mean, it's only things after all, things that have minimal meaning. It is the season of giving, but not of things. Rather, it's the season of love, of time, of help, of hearts. Can't it just be a normal fucking Friday? Not the trampled calling, Mayday, Mayday! Maybe Purple Friday? Or turquoise? Or how about brown? If it's a brown Friday, this is where we stand barefoot on the soil and give thanks to the land and to those who have passed. Yeah, I like that.